Last night was the biggest night in music as celebs took the red carpet at the 65th Grammy Awards. From Trevor Noah taking the stage as host to historic wins from Beyonce nabbing the most awards and Viola Davis joining the EGOT Club. Plus, Kim Petras became the first transgender female to win an award. Earlier, I chatted with Nichelle Turner and Kevin Frazier over Entertainment Tonight for a recap of this history-making night. Nichelle, Kevin, thank you both so much for joining us here today on Live in the Bay. I know that you had probably quite the busy night at the Grammys.
Woo! It was a big night.
Yeah.
It really was.
A little bleary-eyed this morning, but it was a great night. Music's biggest night is always so much fun, and especially when there are history-making moments.
No, it's...
History-making
Thank you.
moments.
Okay, just wanted to throw that out there. Beyonce became the most decorated artist in Grammy history with 32 Grammy wins. And Olivia, it was beautiful watching her accept the award and break the record. Check this out.
Breaking the record for the most Grammy wins of all time. It's Renaissance, Beyonce.
Thank you so much. I'm trying not to be too emotional. I'd like to thank my beautiful husband, my beautiful 3 children. God bless you. Thank you so much.
It's still something, though, spotting Beyonce in the wild. You know, because she don't do it. Like, she just minds her business and goes about her life. And when she's spotted, I just find myself just like, that's Beyonce.
Olivia, where do you keep 32 Grammys? That's the other question. Where do you put 32 Grammys?
She probably has 32 homes. So,
well,
you
that's
know.
a good point. I'll put a Grammy in every house. But
I was going to say, I'll probably do the exact same thing. I mean, making history over there. And she did mention her husband, Jay-Z. And I know that him, DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, they made a big splash last night as well.
Yeah, they did. I do want to mention this, though, before we move on, that of those 32 wins, just one of those has been in one of the major 4 categories. And I think there was an expectation last night that she would walk away with one of those wins, perhaps Album of the Year. And when she didn't, oh, the Beehive is buzzing today. It is buzzing because, listen, she should have won. No disrespect to Harry Styles.
Well, she is the record holder now, so we'll see if anyone can catch up with her. Maybe her husband will try. You mentioned that Jay-Z took to the Grammy stage for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah.
Last night, along with DJ Khaled, with Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, John Legend, and Friday to do their rendition of God Did. 8 minutes long, closed the show out, shut down the streets of Los Angeles. It was really a moment. We hadn't seen Jay-Z pick up a mic in a very long time since, I mean, you know, he did the On the Run tour with Beyonce, but on television we haven't seen him have a moment like this. Are you kidding me? He's the greatest lyricist in the hip-hop game. He's the goat for me.
I agree with that.
A lyricist in the hip-hop game, and just hearing him, and that verse on God Did, his verse is perfection. It really is a perfect verse from start to finish. So to see him do it live was fantastic.
Okay, you're talking about the greatest lyricists in hip-hop game. There were many of them there on the red carpet.
Wow.
What an moment for the hip-hop 50 celebration.
Well, there's the GOAT. The LL Cool J is the GOAT. He created that phrase in a lot of ways. But we saw, you know, just the legends of hip-hop take the stage in a 14-minute tribute to the 50th anniversary of hip-hop music. And it was stunning.
We had so much fun talking to Nelly, talking to Chuck D and Flavor Flav, Rakim,
Slick Rick, and yes, just so great.
And who else? And who else?
METHOD, man.
Method Man was a big hit. Too Short, by the way, was there too. Let's not forget Bay Area connections.
I just said that. Yeah, Too Short was there, and said he and Ice-T were the only 2 rappers that were representing the West Coast during the tribute. So he thought that he had, you know, a big shoes to fill last night for representing all of the West Coast rappers, especially the Bay Area rappers.
But you also have a secret.
Yes,
that you found out, a little inside information.
So, Olivia, you know that Questlove curated this whole tribute to hip-hop last night, and when I asked him, I saw that DJ Jazzy Jeff was on the bill, so I said, well, does that mean we'll see the Fresh Prince? Does that mean we're going to see Will Smith? And he said Will Smith was 99.4% in for the tribute. But he and Martin Lawrence just started shooting Bad Boys 4 this week, and so Will couldn't make it to rehearsals, so he had to get kicked out of the tribute. But it would have been a really interesting moment to see Will Smith take the stage again, an award show stage for the first time.
And let's not forget their significance. I mean, he and DJ Jazzy Jeff have won a Grammy before in the hip-hop genre. So
yes, weren't they the first?
They were the first to win.
Yeah, they were the first to win a Grammy Award, you know, on that stage. So yeah, that definitely would have been a moment. They belong in the lexicon of hip-hop history.
100%. Okay,
So
talking
cool.
about music history. Can we talk about music history? And you have to put in Motown and Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson in there. And the tribute to Smokey Robinson was incredible. Stevie Wonder, Chris Stapleton? Come on. How amazing is Chris Stapleton?
Well, he's everything, you know, to me. I think he can sing any genre. We saw that last night when he and Stevie Wonder just went to town on Higher Ground. I mean, it just was a moment for me, my favorite moment of the night. I think my second favorite moment of the night was another Her Story moment, though, and that is Viola Davis cementing the EGOT last night. She won a Grammy last night, so she has now won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, and there are only 18 other people in history to do that. It was a great moment for her.
Well done,
She received
Viola.
a standing ovation when she walked out on that Grammy stage, and I say good on you, Sister Viola.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you both so much for recapping the incredible night of the Grammys. There was so much history made, a lot of amazing awards. We appreciate you guys.